I would probably venture guess that she has lived a really interesting life before she hit it big. That there was some pain, there was some uh, um, hurdles, roadblocks, challenges in life. I'm sure she had them. I mean, we all do. But I mean, she draws from a place. I mean, so a lot of songs are sad, and even the ones that are like upbeat, but somehow that voice of hers, there's like a tinge of sadness, deepness. You know, she takes you to places.
It's showtime, folks.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg, and I'm excited about this reaction tonight because this is Emmylou Harris. It's not someone, it's Arthur Warwill. Arthur, a longtime patron of my KoFi site. Arthur, how are you? I hope all is well. And thank you for this request, especially Emmylou Harris. I love Emmylou. I really do. I mean, I couldn't cite you albums and stuff like that, although Wrecking Ball from the mid 90s, what an album. I mean, that's when because Emmy just transcends not just country. You can't label Emmylou. You can't. Um, yeah, I mean, she has kind of gone all different which ways when it comes to music, different genres and stuff like that. Not everything sticks with me, but that voice, that beautiful angelic voice. And I think she's in the 70s now, and she just looks good. I'm happily married. So yeah, so Emmy, if you're out there, Emmylou, I'm taken. But anyway, so enough of that nonsense. So Arthur, you want me to listen to Tulsa Queen? I don't know the song. Like I said, I don't know all the albums and so many songs out there from her. Yeah, actually, she sings one of my favorite songs, which is Wayfaring Stranger. And that song is kind of circulating in my head over the last week or two due to recent sort of events in my life. Usually when there's a passing in my family, in my circle, that song just comes to mind. Wayfaring Stranger. Love it. I think it's on actually one of the lists for John or Andy. At least I hope so. They better not tear that one down. That's a great song. Anyway, so Tulsa Queen, don't know it. The video looks like it's for a live version. So yeah, so I'm really excited. Here we go. No more talking. Emmylou Harris and Tulsa Queen. Wow, she's a baby in this video. Man, what year was this? Ah, she's so young looking. Beautiful too. Love Emmylou.
I heard the train in the Tulsa night calling out my name, looking for a fight. Will she come a long, long way? Got a longer way to go. So tell me how a train from Tulsa has got a right to know. Where she sings a song so sad and high, and the Tulsa Queen don't ever lie, and she don't care where she goes, don't care where she's been. In the Tulsa Tulsa queen and crying 'cause I won't see you again. Yeah, and I wanna run like a Tulsa queen, calling out to you like she calls to me. As far away from Tulsa as these 10 wheels can be. Lately I speak your name to love each time it comes up in a crowd, and I know it when I do. The Tulsa Queen and you are gone.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Love her voice. Love her. Okay. Not love it. Well, I love the video, but I mean, you know, it's like I move it here, then her face is there. I move it there. Well, but anyway, did my best. All right, let me get my thoughts together and talk to everyone on the other side. So could you tell from like beginning to end on that video? I think I had like a smile that just never left. You know, that smile that was going here and there and everywhere as I was trying to like move my my stupid fat face. You know, it was like it was covering, partially covering Emmy's beautiful face. You know, and then I move it here, and then all of a sudden she shifts over here, and then she moves there, and then you know, I tried. Hope I didn't get anyone dizzy. You know, people fainting or throwing up through all the moving around. So yeah, so hope that didn't happen. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. You know, it's a pretty song, beautiful. The chord changes were so nice. Um, I was really sort of smitten by Emmy. You know, that young Emmylou Harris, beautiful. I think if I had to take a guess, I would say 50 years ago, like maybe 71, 72. The musicians around her kind of had like that sort of uh, early 70s kind of hair, you know, sort of all over the place and stuff like that, and a lot of facial hair, but, you know, just in that style. So, and she looked really young. I mean, again, I think she's in her 70s now. So if you kind of do the math, well, she looked like in her young 20s, I would say, let's say 50 years ago. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, beautiful. The voice, there's no other voice like hers. I mean, I can't think of any other voice before Emmy or since that sounds like that. I mean, it's beautiful voices out there. I mean, absolutely. But I mean, that style, that sound, like, how many times on Into the Music when I'm like reacting to a song, like, that person sounds like this one. It has a similarity. Can't say that about Emmylou Harris. No, no. And there's something, I never really dug into her biography and like found out about Emmy. And I say that because I think that she has some, looks like, I mean, I would probably venture guess that she has lived a really interesting life before she hit it big. That there was some pain, there was some uh, um, hurdles, roadblocks, challenges in life. I'm sure she had them. I mean, we all do. But I mean, she draws from a place. I mean, so a lot of songs are sad, and even the ones that are like upbeat, but somehow that voice of hers, there's like a tinge of sadness, deepness. She takes you to places. So I wasn't really paying attention so much to the words because I know I'm going to go to the lyrics. But there was like a tinge of sort of sadness, maybe regret, something, you know. And so where is she drawing from? Where is she drawing from to get that? Because that is consistent. Not every song, but I mean, Wrecking Ball. I mean, that album is just tinged with like a darkness. And yeah, yeah, beautiful. Again, the chord changes were gorgeous. The little steel guitar that was coming in, just really nice. And then what was that? The old gray whistle test. So isn't that a Great Britain? Uh, is that in England, United Kingdom? Um, I think so, right? So yeah. So let me know if I'm right on that. Okay, let me get into some information about Emmy. Because like I said, I never really did that before. I'm excited. Gonna find out about her. So born 1947. So let me do the math. Oh, here we go. Wiki, age 75. April 2nd. Oh, okay. So she just turned 75. Where does she hail from? She was born in Birmingham, Alabama. So Emmylou's family, career military. Her father, Walter Rutland Harris, was a Marine Corps officer, and her mother, Eugenia, was a wartime military wife. Her father was reported missing in action in Korea in 1952 and spent 10 months as a prisoner of war. Wow. So Emmylou was born in 1947. So she was 5 years old when that happened to her dad. I wonder if she has memories of that. Harris spent her childhood in North Carolina and Woodbridge, Virginia, where she graduated from Garfield Senior High School as class valedictorian. Okay. She was a go-getter in high school. She won a drama scholarship to the School of Music, Theater, and Dance at University of North Carolina at Greensboro, where she began to study music and learn the songs of Pete Seeger, Bob Dylan, and Joan Baez on guitar. Before I read any further, Emmylou's career, I don't know if it started with Graham Parsons. I think she had a career before him, but there was a hookup with him. I don't know if there was a relationship with Graham, but they definitely sang songs together. They might have even recorded an album. And Graham Parsons was, I mean, he was a shooting star in like the country folk kind of genre in the scene, and then he passed on, I think like in the early 70s. I think that was a pretty big deal to Emmylou. They were so close. So I think that was traumatic. But she dropped out of college to pursue her musical aspirations and moved to New York City, working as, what did she work as? A waitress to support herself while performing folk songs in Greenwich Village, coffee houses during the 60s. She married in 69 to someone named Tom and recorded her first album Gliding Bird. They divorced, and Harris and her newborn daughter, Hallie, moved in with her parents in Clarksville, Maryland. And I can go on and on and on and on. But she did actually connect with the Flying Burrito Brothers. That was a pretty cool group. Former Byrds member Chris Hillman had taken over the band and was impressed by Harris and briefly considered asking her to join the Flying Burrito Brothers. Instead, Hillman recommended her to Graham Parsons. So there you go. So that's the connection to Graham through Chris Hillman. He was looking for a female vocalist to collaborate with on his first solo album, GP. So Harris toured as a member of Parsons' band, The Fallen Angels, in '73, and the past shone during vocal harmonies and duets. Later that year, they worked on a studio album, Grievous Angel. I don't know why I wondered if they recorded an album together, because I have that CD. I have Grievous Angel. I don't play it much, but yeah, I don't know. There's no reason why I'm not. I just, you know how many CDs I don't go to? Parsons died in his motel room, what is now Joshua Tree National Park, in September 1973 from an accidental, how many times you read that? Accidental overdose of drugs and alcohol. Yeah. All right. And she goes on and on. I think she recorded, I think, with a lot of musicians out there that a lot of us know. Neil Young is one of them. Yeah. So let me get into the lyrics here. Tulsa Queen, and someone contributes some information about the song. Okay, cool. So it's co-written by Harris and hot band guitarist Rodney Crowell. It is one of only a small handful of writing credits for Harris from her early country catalog. The song gives the perspective of a heartsick highway rider who's traveling beside a train called the Tulsa Queen. So guess what? In his car, in her car, and parallel with the moving train, looking at it, wondering. The singer projects much onto the train, oscillating from feelings of contempt, empathy, jealousy, admiration, and resignation. So what is it like? That train's going places and I'm not. Like I said, she was drawn from places in her heart, her soul. Interesting. So here's a verse 1. I heard the train in the Tulsa night calling out my name, looking for a fight. Well, she's come a long way, got a longer way to go. So tell me how a train from Tulsa has got a right to know. Well, she sings a song so sad and high, and the Tulsa Queen don't ever lie. And she don't care where she goes, don't care where she's been, and the Tulsa Queen ain't crying because I won't see you again. Hey, hey, hey. And verse 3, and I want to ride like a Tulsa Queen, calling out to you like she calls to me, as far away from Tulsa as these 10 wheels can be. In verse 4, lately I speak your name too loud each time it comes up in a crowd, and I know it when I do, the Tulsa Queen and you are gone. Those are pretty words. She was a pretty girl, pretty young woman back then, pretty and beautiful now. Love her music, love her voice, love everything about Emmy. I'm so glad that I was requested to do a song by Emmylou Harris. I wouldn't mind doing more of Emmy. And like I said, that Wayfaring Stranger song I've been toying with. I gotta see if it's on one of the guys' lists. Maybe I'll even just do it myself. Yeah, and Wrecking Ball, so much good stuff from that album too. So anyway, while I sort of ponder and wonder if I'm going to do any more Emmylou Harris stuff in the near future, I just want to say thank you for watching this reaction video. What do you think about Emmy? What do you think about the song? What do you think should be that next song that I do from Emmy? In the meantime, I will see every one of you on the next episode of Into the Music.